It's actually, the last video was disconnected due to my, again, actually due to the mobile power down. So I like to start from here in the second video of S4HANA procurement model. So I have to, discussed about this order collaboration and invoice collaboration, and we have discussed, discount management. So this discount management in S4HANA allows you to use of free cash, then reduce days of sales outstanding, and solves a short cash storage shortages and everything. So actually there is no, the delays normally occurring in procurement or an ERP system is much more reduced in this S4 HANA system. And in traditional system we have a lot of collaboration between the suppliers and the buyers, and which was much more improvised, and or it is increased, I can say, in S4 HANA. And the buyers has been lost or was slowed down due to the limited transparency in the traditional system was overridden, and it was those issues are solved in S4 HANA. And say customers worked with the manual interfaces and error prone process, so these are avoided in S4 HANA. And all these advantages made it, say for example, actually, removing this removing the non-transparency, and then manual interfaces and error prone process. So all this, all this kind will be a crown to the S4HANA. And say that this all these defects, all these errors and all these things made it difficult to identify a new business opportunity in traditional SAP system, but now everything was solved. SAP S4HANA delivers full transparency of process status. Transparency of process status per purchase order and invoice line items, and real-time updates of business process information, and increase process efficiency for the buyers and suppliers, which leads to another considerable improvement with S4 HANA in the reduction of cycle time. So actually I already told, actually the cycle time is much more reduced. So that is an important thing while considering any system for as an ERP software. So normally actually, say if this buyer will do the request for quotation or supplier quotation, and then the purchase order processing and invoice processing, payment. So everything, these are these things are with the buyers. And the suppliers thing actually is sourcing collaboration, order collaboration, invoice collaboration, discount management, and invoice collaboration. So these buyers activities and supplier activities can be linked through a digital handshake. So request per quote or quote per award in case of quotation management, and in case of purchase order management we have managing the purchase order, PO confirmation, shipping notification, or goods receipt. So everything are digitally linked, and we are calling as a digital handshake here by using the SAP Hariba overall frame. So we achieved a significant improvement and reduction of downtime, and improvements in the process timing, and faster processing. So say for example, in an invoice processing we have invoice creation, and then say CC, customer credit memos and debit memos, invoice, customer carrying invoices, invoice status update. Everything can be linked, communicated between the buyer and supplier through a digital handshake. And payment, actually we have we have the process called remittent advice. So those everything can be digitally connected. So each of these buyer or a supplier refers to an object. And say let's take example, that look at one example, the purchase order or the invoice. Say we can take in this case. And in this case we talk about any outbound or inbound message that represents a kind of sub process of the specific collaboration process. I hope you can understand. It's a specific collaboration process, we can say it's a sub process. And a very basic sub process here is with regards to the collaboration of process, we are calling as an order collaboration. And it is a creation of a PO that is based on the system setting. Say let's say for the S4 SAP S4 HANA cloud solution. So this is to be sent to SAP Hariba. So which we I mean actually which helps the supplier account instead of being printed out. So these are the, I mean, we can avoid the printing of documents, and everything can be directly linked to a supplier. So the supplier sees the PO in his PO list and can react accordingly. So the processing time is fast, simplified, and it is processed at a high speeder rate. And scope of this digital collaboration depends on two factors. That is, the available outbound or inbound messages as published and released by the SAP. That is the first thing, and as a second thing, on the specifically agreed upon the collaboration process. So this is also taken into consideration. So let's say in our example, the supplier can react on a PO by physically supplying his customer, and after having sent to the goods, so he would just create an electronically sent invoice. So once it is sent, we are done with that process. So the broader the collaboration scope, the more procurement and sourcing, say the cases for more and more material categorized and can be more efficient, and it is digitalized. That is important. And overall we can say that the operational overhead are getting significantly reduced, and the business challenges as of today become eliminated. So actually we need to stay tuned with a closer look of say for example technical aspects of the procurement. So this is very useful for while you are considering S4 HANA for your customer solutions. So overall, we can say that enhancement in a procurement, say in the earlier release and coming release, are generating greater efficiency and time and cost saving through the simplifications and the elimination of process duplications. I already mentioned process duplications are totally removed, and rising rising the efficiency with the procurement over page. So that is we need to discuss on the procurement overview. So through the say actually through the SAP S4 HANA, the purchaser receives a support in his daily work with the procurement overview page. Actually, the buyer can see the overview of a purchase order. What is a delay in it, or what is the next process, next purchase order to be processed? What is a who is a vendor, and how much time it takes? What is the delivery efficiency? On time deliveries? Then everything can be monitored in a procurement overview page. And actually, as already I told, actually the Fiori page, SAP Fiori page will help you to customize all this procurement overview page, and which is a part of real-time reporting and monitoring. So monitoring and real-time reporting is much more simplified, and you can easily drill down based on the number of days, 5 days or 1 week, or 6 months, or years of time. So everything can be possible with a procurement overview page. And with this SAP Fiori app is easy to monitor critical business events, and say purchasing spend and the supplier performance, and say user can are able to see all the relevant information, analytical and transactional wise information on one screen, and can show all the data in a real time, as well as they can able to drill down for further details of or perform direct action. So whatever your requirement you can achieve with SAP S4 HANA Theory screens. And this app provides provides a user with a set of actionable codes that you can easily rearrange as required. So you can easily add or remove that the code. And here the app I'm mentioning is an application. So we in SAP S4 HANA Fiori application, we are calling as everything as an app. It's a short form of applications. Say creation of purchase order is one application. Purchase order is on one application. So actually we are calling as a create purchase order app, like that. Change purchase order app. So like that. So we are adding everything. Actually Fiori, with the help of Fiori consultant, we are able to add the different actions, and they are calling as an app in a Fiori screen. So everything looks like a square box, and you can directly user can directly click that and navigate to the screen. So everything in the one screen, that is home page, we are seeing. So that is also much more simplified. And actually the list of purchase order, say purchase order workflow. So everything can be modified or simplified, I can say. And then for an instance, the the use of filter down or what to one specific supplier, and the charts on the other screen will automatically show only the required information. This make it so much more efficient to work as a say work as as a user no longer need to start a different transaction, different report separately. So they don't want to create multiple guy screens. With one screen they can able to get a report, get a monitor, on-time monitor, and the on-time reporting, everything, execution, tracking, everything can be performed in a single procurement overview page in Fiori, SAP S/4HANA, and everything is visible in one single page. That is what I told. And the purchaser immediately sees his or most relevant task and can navigate to KPI drill downs, knowledge process information drill downs, and work list or a specific object pages to generate more detail and information if needed. So these are all the advantage of SAP S/4HANA Fiori screens. So yeah, it is simply like our kind of you can say actually yeah, IRCT screen kind of that actually. So you can order everything like that. So we have the supplier evaluation trend, and then contract manufacturing, purchase requisition, item type, and supplier performance monitoring, and say overdue purchase orders items. So RFQ monitoring, purchasing spend trend, non-managed spend by the supplier. So everything can be monitored at one page, and these are called operational cards. Example of an operational card or monitoring of transacts, so that you can see which contracts are about to expire and require your attention, buyer's attention, as well as the purchase requisitions, showing you where the source of supply is missing. And then when user go to this card, they can able to get an overview of all the purchase requisitions that have not been converted into a purchase order yet and need to be converted now. And you can see the possible source of supply that can be assigned. So these are the advantage. And we have, other than the operational cards, we have the analytical cards. So examples of these analytical cards are purchasing spent by the supplier and the material group, and the monitoring of supplier performance. So these coming under analytical apps. And and say in supplier performance, for example, a company suppliers are evaluated to obtain a basis for your business relationship with them, and then for optimizing your supply base based on the feedback you gave through questionnaires. You obtain a scorecard for each supplier evaluated. The scorecard helps you to assess a supplier's strength and shortcomings, and to initiate the measure for improvement. So that criteria will help the vendor management action effectively. And this enables the purchasers to easily compare the supplies with the peer group. So the peer we can communicate with the competitors and peers, so that we can bring the efficiency in operation. And as I already told, filtering, you can filter the content of cards by various criteria such as by suppliers, purchasing categories, material groups, and purchasing groups. This enables you to make informed decisions and take immediate action in your day-to-day procurement activity. And actually, what is the advantage of introducing a new SAP Fiori apps for your collaborative sourcing and the contract management? There are many enhancements. I can say there are many enhancements in the procurement functionality with the new release, the upcoming release. So increase of supply relations and performance by using activity and task management functions, and leverage purchasing categories. I can say in real-time analytics to monitor the key performance indicators. Sorry, actually I have mentioned actually KPI is a processing information. It's not a processing information. KPI is nothing but key performance indicators. Sorry, actually yeah, those who are already been working in IT industry can know that what is KPI. It's actually while you are rating, or while you are rated by your manager, actually they will ask you to fill the KPIs and all. Actually it is nothing but a key performance indicators. What are all the performance you have done and which can be taken as for your rating and all, to rate you how much you are better. So these will help, these are determined using KPIs. And so actually similar wise, actually in purchasing also we have the KPIs along with the business responsibilities, and visualize the planned spend versus actual spend per purchasing category. So these will help you to help the top level management to decide how to carry out the business, what are the pros and cons, and what are all the difficulties, where where the company is lagging behind, where to follow up, where to avoid the delays. Everything they can able to monitor and improve their performance from from top management to bottom management. And next, we have several new SAP Fiori apps available, and have been delivered in the collaborative sourcing and the contract management, like managing purchasing info records, and then manage contracts, manage source list, manage source of supply, and manage request for quotation (RFQs) and supplier quotations, etc. And let us now take a closer look at the actually manage source of supply app, which is a part of source assignment. So it's assigning a vendor to that particular procurement. So the user uses the source assignment solution to identify the potential source of supply based on the past purchase orders, that is trending, and existing long-term purchasing agreements. So this will help the sourcing team to enable the best, identify the best vendor, and where they are more qualified and reliable suppliers. Negotiating with them is more easy, and then create both scheduling agreements and purchase or contracts or at a faster rate. And in these Fiori apps, users are able to manage contracts, info records, quota arrangements, and source lists. They can able to create a PO. They can able to change a purchase order, or edit it, or display that, and they can able to create a goods receipt document, receive the goods, post the goods receipt document, processing invoices, logistic invoice verification. Everything can be done using Fiori. So we have this button called simulate SOS assignment. So in the lower right corner, so it is possible to check the source of supply or valid for a certain material, and the planned end date, like a source list. So the relevance column indicates the importance of source of supply, which gives an immediate insight. And one lost significant area is integration. Say SAP S4HANA offers a standard integration to the SAP Ariba business network for sending request for quotation to create a sourcing request in SAP Ariba. SAP Ariba sourcing. So the awarded codes are sent back from SAP Ariba sourcing via a network to SAP S4HANA. So there is a communication between SAP S4HANA and SAP Ariba, and this integration is built integrated with the standard output management. That is, there is no separate add-on for the integration is required. So that we need to consider important. So this will avoid the transfer of data, and delay in transfers, data transfers. And so actually these are the best things actually in the procurement. So with the introduction of SAP is for HANA will significantly increase the performance, speed, and then error prone, not error prone, error free network, and faster communication between the external systems. And actually everything is in one single platform called HANA database. So that simplifies the reporting processing times, and we can drill the reports as much as possible. And then we have the many options of listing the reports for the purchasing information based on vendors, or say for example number of days, or purchasing group or material group. So whatever criteria we require, we can able to do that. And I hope actually this S4 SAP S4 HANA and procurement, which is more informative video. Thanks for listening my video.